What up, YouTube? It's your boy Catloco. It's been a minute. Just give me an update what's going on with the build. I took a little break last year just because with COVID, the BLM stuff, I had a furlough from a job. My motivation just wasn't there. I don't want to show me buying a whole bunch of parts and people got laid off and shit. So this is where the engine is today. I don't know how that was. So right now what you're looking at, the crankshaft has been installed. The cam, stage 2 sloppy mechanic style cams in there. Can't see it down there. That's on the 6.0, the 5.3. Crank's been installed. I already plastic gauged it. Took my measurements. This one's good. I'm still iffy on the 6.0. This thing doesn't spin as freely as the 5.3, but this came out of a wrecked truck, so you're still gonna send it. Like I said, same thing. Crank installed, torque down. That's been installed. Elgin stage 2. That's been installed. It's a Elgin stage 2, and down there we have the sloppy stage 2 cam. Now these two cams are kind of the same. This is the Elgin E1839, and this one has the Elgin E1840. 575, 575, 585, 585, and the 6.0. So I said I need to clean up the surfaces, but I'm not worried about it. But installing the crank is pretty easy. You know, the torque sequence. Basically, you start from, you do all your middle bolts first. Starting from the middle journal. And just remember, your driver's side of the engine is gonna be your number 1. And then over here, all your even numbers is gonna be on the passenger side, and this will be your number 10. So 1 and 2 start here. Just go from the middle, back, forward, back, and then forward. This being your number 9, and this being your number 10. You're going to torque it down to 15 pounds, 15 foot-pounds. Then you're going to do another rotation, same sequence, middle, back, forward, at 80 degrees. Then you can go to your outside bolts here. This being your number 1, this being your number 2, same thing. Start from the middle, back, forward, this being your number 9, your number 10. When that's torqued down to 15 foot-pounds, you're going to torque them again in the same sequence at 51 degrees. And then all of your side bolts here, I just do the same sequence. There's no sequence, but you know, I just do it from the middle, back, forward, ending in the front of the engine. And it's pretty simple. One more time for the people in the back. You're just gonna go middle, back, forward for your sequence. After you do the 15 and then the 80 degrees, you're gonna take a rubber block, tap your crank backwards, and then tap it with the hammer, rubber hammer, forward, just to settle your journals. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Everything's torqued down. And if you don't remember, right here, that's your sequence. And here you'll see your 80 degrees and your 51 degrees in the book. It's the book right there I'm using. It's the first time I opened the book during this whole build, just because I just make sure I got the torque sequence down and then get the degrees down. Now for me, I am using a angled torque wrench. This is AC Delco. I think this runs like 200 bucks. I heard the Quinn one from Harbor Freight is pretty nice too. But this one does do degrees. So it's really easy for me to do 80 degree and 51 degree on torquing down the crank. So now I just gotta clean up my maintenance surfaces. And then I need to do the pistons. And also need to put my cam plate and probably my remaining seal stuff in the back. But we're working on the pistons. I want to get these in here so I can put on my oil pan. Let me show you that real quick. I forgot to mention what I use. So with the crank, like I said, it's been plastic aged, all new bearings. I went with these King rods and mains. That's the part number, you can see it. So all new bearings. So all new bearings right here. Bearings for the crank, and then going on the piston rods. As far as the pistons, this is the cam we're going with, Sloppy Stage 2 by Elgin or Elgin, however you want to pronounce it. That's a E. Let me get in view. So I'm going with the E1839P. That's in there, and this one has a 1840. And you can see what's going on here. I started cleaning up the pistons a little bit. They don't have to be perfect, but you know, they're clean enough for me. So I still got the rings on them. Took up the rings. Getting all new rings. Gap to 28 on the first two rings, I believe. That right there is just some chem dip. I really need four of these, but I only had one. So I just stretched this into 16 pistons to clean. So I can throw it out now. And then this over here, just some water and some soap. Cleaning these things up. So I can only fit 6 inside this bucket. So I still gotta scrub those up. As you can see, it's getting pretty clean. And that's for over here. These are the 6.0 pistons. All new rings, gap to 20 for turbo, for boost. So this is what I actually use. So excuse the mess, you know, it's hectic right now. This is what I used on the 5.3. Some ultra slick assembly lube by Permatex. This is what I'm used to using, like an old small black Chevy SBC blocks. This is what I typically use. I also use this by Lucas. This is the green lube that a lot of people use. Some stuff is done with this. Some with ultra slick. But for the 6.0, I went full synthetic. This red line stuff. This is red. So you can kind of see it oozing out a little bit. Looks kind of pink. But this is what I use on the 6.0, just because it took a lot. Just because it took a lot more to turn the 6.0, even when I got it, than the 5.3. I went with this over the Lucas. So for tonight, this is what we're going to be doing. I got my little filer, piston ring filer, that we're going to file down the rings with. Gapping 28. These are the rods. Rod bearings going on the pistons. Same thing, King. I got my rod and main bearings in one kit. I got 2 kits for both engines. This part number CR807. I think it's SI, but they're going these. And then the piston rings by Molly. That's the same. You see the part number. All new rings. And then we're gonna follow these down. I'm not showing it step by step just because it takes a lot more time to film, and I'm just trying to get this stuff done. But I'll keep you up to date. I'll try and put more videos out. We're moving pretty quick on a rebuild now that the weather is nicer. As always, remember to like, comment, definitely subscribe, share if you want. Peace.